Good evening, everyone. Thank you, family and friends who came near and far to be with us all tonight. And a special thank you to my parents and everyone who made this incredible night possible. It really is something special to look around and see all of Sarah and Michael's loved ones in one room all together. This is probably the last time that'll ever happen, so take it in. And I'm so honored to be included in the celebration of Sarah's Maid of Honor. As most of you know, my name is Christie, and Sarah and I are sisters. Never were there such devoted sisters. Growing up as Sarah's younger sister, so close in age, I wish that we could say that we were caring, sharing every little thing that we were wearing. But sadly, that's not quite how it went in the Jones household. And I wasn't trying to steal Sarah's clothes from her closet because she refused to let me borrow anything. It was often a battle of, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Yes, I can. That's not to say that we didn't get along at times. We both thoroughly enjoyed ganging up on our little brothers and tormenting them and bossing them around. Can't say we can get away with that anymore. But I also think we share a sense of pride that we were the older sisters to PJ and Timmy Jones. And certainly as we've grown up, Sarah and I have bonded over our many shared interests. Let me just list a few of our favorite things. There's our love of sports and cheering on Atlanta sports teams together. She even converted me into an Alabama fan. Roll Tide! Oh, no! We also both love television. As our brief stint as roommates, whether it was the high drama of Downton Abbey or a trashy Bravo reality show or an HGTV marathon, we could stay on the couch perfectly content together for hours. And of course, there's musical theater. Some of my best memories with Sarah involved the theater in some way. We were either blasting soundtracks in the car together, take me for what I am, who I was meant to be, trading off who would take the soprano or the alto harmonies, or I was admiring her tenacity on stage, or our mom was spoiling us for the umpteenth time at a Broadway show. I think the theater also gave Sarah a high and sometimes unrealistic expectations when it came to love. Now us Jones girls are very close and we are always in each other's business whether we like it or not. And into adulthood, I was constantly and unsuccessfully trying to play matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match for Sarah, putting Sarah's love life as one of my top priorities. So imagine our surprise when about 2 years ago, we found out that Sarah was not only seeing someone, but this someone was her boyfriend, and they had been dating for 2 months without us knowing. My mom and I were shocked that Sarah had kept us out of the loop for so long, but also impressed that she managed such a feat. This boy was named Michael, and I was dying to meet him. Sarah had described him as Mexican with German heritage. I had pictured in my mind a very exotic Antonio Banderas type. And then I meet Michael and realize he's just another white guy from Charlotte. Michael had to convince Sarah to take a chance on me. Even Michael would admit that he has an acquired taste. My initial reaction upon meeting him was a bit of a sense of, he won't grow up. Always cracking jokes, sometimes at very inappropriate times. But the more Sarah and our crazy family have all gotten to know you, gotten to know all about you, and understand you, Michael, the more we've grown to love you. Michael's ability to make 'em laugh, balances Sarah out and also brings out the best fun-loving and carefree side of her. I also see Michael's sweet side in the way he surprises Sarah with romantic gestures, like bringing her a DVD of her favorite musical, I'm Singing in the Rain, on just their second date. And the way he is around his adorable niece, Ruby. Within the year, they were engaged in none other than New York City, and Sarah decided, "You're the one that I want! The one that I want!" And by the way, our campaign to get both of our men on the musical theater train is slowly but surely coming together. Now, I don't have any sage words of wisdom on love or what makes a successful marriage, but thankfully, there are many musicals that speak to the subject. Let's see, how about love is kind and considerate, love is peaceful and fair, love can creep up so suddenly, when you least think of it, your love is there. And then something more practical. It's the little things you do together, that make perfect relationships. The hobbies you pursue together, savings you accrue together, looks you misconstrue together, that make marriage a joy. And finally, some tough love advice. The more you love someone, the more you want to kill them. But don't you kill him, 'cause chances good he is your love. As my dad said, it was almost 30 years ago that our parents had their wedding here at Ansley. Mom and Dad, you have been the best role models growing up, and your marriage is something that I think all of your children strive for. When we were little, Sarah and I didn't necessarily dream about our fairy tale wedding, but we did constantly go on about when we would have families of our own. We both wanted big families just like ours, often saying, "When I'm a mom, I'm going to do this," or sometimes, "When I'm a mom, I'm definitely not going to do what you did, Mom." Sarah and Miguel, as I so lovingly call him, you are now dancing through life as a family of 3. You two, and we can't forget about Lucy. And I can't wait to see what the future holds and to see your family grow. Let me just say, I'm definitely going to be the cool aunt. And Michael, you just gained 23 cousins, 7 aunts and uncles, a general for a grandfather, and 2 new parents. And never forget, when you're good to Mama, Mama's good to you. So please raise your glass to Mr. and Mrs. Hoeflin for a toast to the groom, to the groom, to the